show your true face to world, because until this is hard for you to do, what do you think? What will happen? Nothing. Because you know you are not so enough. And not behind English only. In your life. Why do you think you are not enough to this beauty earth? If you have anything, you can achieve anything, what would you like to achieve on this beauty earth? Here is, for example, sun. If you are not friend with this beauty, it's called sun, and you'd like to use something, for example, sunglasses or anything, because you don't like to see why the sun give for you anything on this earth, and you'd like to play this game in another part of your life, because this is so hard. This means only one. You'd like to hide your true face before this world. But the sun is very nice. It's so hard and give for you anything. What would you like? So why do you think you are not enough for this earth? Yes, I know, because you think life is so hard. But if you've forgotten what was few hundred years ago, this life was harder, not what we have at this moment. This life is very easy to live. Why do you think this is so hard? Why do you think you are not enough if you like to speak in English? Because this is so hard to open your mouth and tell something because your English is terrible. Because you've forgotten anything. What would you like to say in real situation with people who'd like to hear you? And you think your English is not enough for them. But this all logic behind stupidity. This allow for you to live this beauty life that you get. How much money you paid for sun, for example? 0. And it's working at now too. Why? Why you think you are not enough when everybody gave for you everything? Your work is so easy. Try to open your mouth and tell something for someone in any situation, until you begin to overthinking what would you like to say. Because you know grammar the most important. Until your grammar is not so good, this is not enough reason to open your mouth. And everything behind this logic allows for you to be unhappy. And when you're thinking about English as language, give for you only impossibility to open your mouth because your vocab's not so good. And from these words, which begins with because, and after this because will be at all times only reason. No, this is not your true face. What would you like to show for everyone? If you got this sun, this beauty, and everything, and you have 2 hands, your eyes, and everything, you can do something. What would you like to do on this beauty earth where you are? Why do you think you are not enough? Why do you think your English is not so enough to open your mouth? Because your English is so terrible. From more sides. But this is not enough reason. This is the problem. If for me these reasons will be enough, I never open my mouth. Because my English is not so bad. Because my accent is terrible. Because anything is terrible. But go back and I will ask you, if this is true, And this is true. Why I speak in English? If my grammar is terrible. This is so enough reason to do something, go back to school and learn something. For example, grammar. If my vocabs are so pure, this is not enough reason to open my mouth and tell you something. Because I can use more and more words, which I learned a few years ago. And I can ask myself too, if I learn more thousand words, why I can't use these words? And I can ask myself again and again any stupid questions. And behind these questions are only one. I am not enough to record myself and speak in English. I am not enough to open my mind, because this one is behind this stupidity, until you think you are not enough to open your mouth. What do you think? What will happen? Nothing, because you will not every time. Your English is not so good, your grammar is not the best, and your anything is not so good. That means better idea is if you don't speak. This is so simple logic. But problem is only, this is not true. If you get everything, you are strong, you have hands, eyes, you can speak, you have teeth or anything. And other people haven't. Why he can do it? And you don't. Here is, for example, Mr. Ray Charles. He was blind and one of the best musicians which I heard ever. And why? Mr. Ray Charles can find a lot of reasons why not to do. And what this man achieved? Everything. His music, the one of the best music which I hear ever. So go back and take it out, every stupidity from your mind, because this is not true. If you'd like to speak, open your mouth and begin to speak. Begin to tell something. Yes, this one will be very bad. Yes, you can't use your vocabs, but you learn. And yes, your accent will be foreign accent and not English accent. And maybe it will be not understandable for someone. Maybe for everyone. And do you think this is enough reason to not open your mouth? No. You have only one reason. Try to do something to change everything in your mind, take it out from your mind and begin to tell something for any people, for any person who is around you. If you haven't these people, or nothing you have, open your video cam and tell something for this one, for yourself, such as me at now. This is so easy. You can do it without mic, or without anything, with your bad old anything, if you'd like, until you think this is not so good. You will find reason why not to open your mouth and why you don't speak. For example, your cam is not enough to speak because you can't record what would you like to say. But this one was only one example. You will find a lot of reasons why you don't do this one at this moment. Not tomorrow or in the next week or the next month when you achieve this one and this one. This is not true. Show your true face. If you get this beauty, it's called sun, and everything by other people, not. And another people, but I told you, Mr. H.R.'s can do anything. Why do you think your reasons is so enough to say, no, this is not enough? And this is the problem. If you will study more and more hours, but you never open your mouth because you know you are not enough in your life, you are not enough to live this life on this beauty earth, you can learn more and more words. Anything. Until you think about yourself, you are not enough to live this beauty. It's called life. This beauty earth. What do you think that will be? Nothing. Everything will be bad. In all time, you will find any bad situation which is so reason to say anything. Why is anything so bad? Why is anything so hard? Why to do something which is bad? For example, not speak, be quietly, because your English is not so good. But understand, English in my life, and I believe in your life too, is only one game. And if I play with my game, what happens? Here is any huge or someone who tells you your English is not so good. No, nothing. I know a lot of people thinking, and I was one of them. Learn and learn more and more. Use a lot of grammars and few words, few thousand words. Because until you can't use more thousand words, you will be not so happy. Because this is the basic. Approximately 3,000 words. This is the basic when you can open your mouth. And if you practice with bad grammar, your English knowledge will stays on same level. But this is not true. When I do something, I will be better and better. When I say, I will not do it because I am wrong with this one. I can tell you anything, not only English. What do you think that will be? Nothing. Because I repeat myself again and again. I'm not the best in English, and this is the reason why I don't do something. What do you think? If catch me, my grammar, this is enough reason to not speak for you, with you, or do something and something? No. I told you a few times, I am a first reference man for my method. So, what I saw a few times, if I look around, problem is in mind, not with English. And fear, until is not your best friend, you lose everything. Until your ego is not your best friend, who helped for you and helps again and again, repeatable at every time in every situation, you lose again, twice. But if you forgot for everything, what anyone told you, any stupidity behind English or your life, you will find your true face. Because for all people on this earth, the true face is happiness. And if I'm happy with myself and with everyone around me, my English opened for me a lot of doors, which doors was closed before me. And I see new situations which was not allowed for me behind me until I didn't change anything about my English, about everything, people, life, or anything. So, that's all what I'd like to say in this video. Show your true face to the world, because you are so enough. And this, what you are at now, with your bad anything, that's me in English, for example, vocabs, grammar, or anything, is absolutely enough. If you can say more words only, and not completely sentences, only few words, and you can say it with word-style grammar, which I have, for example, and you feeling between you speak, you are the best because you made more and more, your life will be changed. Until you think my English is so wrong because I don't use irregular verbs. This pronoun was bad. Adjective conjugation was so bad. And I forgot this word. I forgot these synonyms. I can't use it, but I wanted to use it. No, please stop. This is absolutely stupid logic. I don't know who told you about this stupidity, because this is not life. If you like to live your life, what you get, and you not paid when you was born, you never paid for this beauty sun. Why do you think you must do something more and more if you'd like to be happy with your bad English, if you think your English is so bad? Until you think this one, never happens. Nothing happens and never you will be better. Because at all times you will find any situation which situation not allow for you anything what would you like to have or you achieve. This is so simple, no? If I like to be better and better, I have to make sushi. But I say and I repeat again and again, I'm not so good how to do it, and until I don't learn anything, that's mean theory, stop. This is not true. If you do it, you will be better. If not, because you think stupidity, and everything stupidity you have in your mind around your English or around everything will be same, and everything stays in same level. And until this level is together with your fears and your ego, which is not your friend at this moment, what will it like? Will be nothing better because you learn new words. Where do you think how much words I learned when I began to create for you first video? Nothing. And why? Because I like to speak. Because I like to tell you something. Because I find a reason why to do. Because I never thinking about this one. Is my English good? Is my grammar so good? Is my accent so good? Because I know, no, this is not so good. This is terrible, terrible grammar, terrible vocabs, and terrible everything. And this is the enough reason why to open my mouth. And this is the different thinking between me and between you. This is so easy, no? When I see the sea and I look this beauty, or this beauty sun, what I see, the true life of this beauty, it's called earth where we are live. Until you think your happiness in your life without English is exist or not exist, and your English will be good. This is not true. Because your unhappiness thinking goes to your English. Such as in your real life, you can find reasons why not to do something, or do stupidity again and again, repeat it today and next day too. Nothing will be. I try everything, but nothing happens until I didn't learn what this language works. I was unhappy, and I repeatedly say for everyone, I'm so sorry, my English is so bad. Why? Because I think, maybe, I thought this person not here, my English is so bad. But his mother language was English. Why I thought this one? Next stupidity. So please, forget for everything and please take out from your mind stupidity that is so full. Your brain is full with these stupidities. For example, only this one, and I'd like to go to another video. For example, never speak with your bad grammar because this one will be bad habits and you never can lose these bad habits. It is true? No. I can change this sentence for you. If you'd like to make sushi, this was my first example. If you'd like to make sushi, never make sashimi, for example, until you are not so good to do this one. But simple question, and maybe 6-year-old child can ask you back, is this one only? When I not do this one, how I will be better and better? This is so easy. And why you believe in this stupidity? Because this is so logical. And until you'd like to find and logical things in your life, you lose everything. You lose your love. You lose money. You lose everything. Because I lose everything and I learn how this one works. It's called life. Which are these loves? Yes, this is the right word. Loves behind. It's called life. And you can see or hear when you watch me. I haven't connected this word which I use, love. I haven't connected this word with my translated word with my mother language. I haven't. That means if I don't find this word, this is not because I began to translate or find this word. I haven't this connection. Until you translate, the next problem. Third problem is your vocabulary. On spaced repetition of how to tell this word, this stupid word. Not repeat, speak. Speak every day. And when you speak, you repeat everything every day. This is so simple. Try to find any theme and begin to speak about this button, about everything behind me. For example, about this picture or about this one. What it's called, I don't know. Maybe steps. But I can speak for you maybe 10 minutes without any script and only try to change your mind and forget for everything. Words, vocab, stupidity, bullshit, not so true. Do you know what is the truth? Until you don't open your mouth, because your English is not so enough to open your mind. At every time in your job, you will be find reasons why you're not to do what you'd like to achieve, and never you achieve nothing in your life. Not in English only, in every places. Okay, I told you what I liked in this video. And now, open your mouth and tell something or write something. But better is when you open your mouth, because you know this is so hard, because you will hear yourself and you will hear, oh, taken, or took. Must I use to be or have, or this is present continuous, or did, or I didn't change, or I don't change. Oh, how much time you overthinking about this stupidity? If someone lied to understand what you told for them, what do you think? It will be hard for them to understand. This is so simple, anything behind English, but you like to complicate, because everyone told you only bullshits. What I told you. If you speak with your bad English, this is bad habit and you can't change it in the future, because no, until you don't do it because this is bad, you will be on the same knowledge level where you are at now with your English and another part of your life too. So, I believe that's all what I'd like to say, what I wanted to say. So please practice and forget for everything, because nothing is true, only one. If you are happy, your English will be so easy for you. If you're unhappy with your life because you find a lot of problems and you repeat your problems again and again, you will find a lot of reasons why you not to do something which allows for you be better and better, and not in English only. So, I try to do something. If you do something, something happens. If you do more, you will be more and more in your life. Play with success, what you achieved. Do something that you achieved. Okay, have a nice day, I wish you.